Hey, student ministry parents. I hope everybody's staying warm this week in the sub-zero temperatures. I feel like we should all just hibernate. It's way too cold outside to be out and about. But here we are, and we're launching into 2024 in student ministry. And here's what's happening and what's coming up. The first thing, if you have a student going to Discover Conference and you have not paid yet, I would appreciate it if you could hop onto the student ministry app, or the church app, student ministry tab, and in the calendar. And then if you go to February 9th, you'll see the Discover Conference there. You can click on that event and pay the $100 fee per student right there. If you've already talked to me about other financial stuff, don't worry about it. The trip is covered for your student. And then the next event that we will have coming up in student ministry is our Tech Night. So on Thursday, March 7th, we will be having a Tech Night. This is for parents and students, and also some parents of KidsMen parents might be showing up as well to join us. But Pastor Jason is going to talk to you parents about tech and ways that he and Christine have navigated technologies with their kids, and also just what God says about how to navigate this. It'll be a time of some questions and answers, and what do we do in this situation, and how do we navigate this, and what does it look like to do this all biblically? So we want to help you with cell phones and computers and all the other things that are out there and available for our kids technology-wise. That same night, the students are also going to be talking about tech and ways that they can still honor God with technology. So making sure that we're not spending too much time on it, which even I am guilty of, and making sure they're always looking at things that are appropriate and God-honoring and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a time of talking about technology separately as parents and students. And then we're also going to come together for a little bit at the end and pray about what it looks like to use technology wisely and biblically in your home. So that'll be a really cool night. We've also got some young adults coming to help to just pour into your kids and maybe talk through with them some of the most relevant issues and concerns for them tech-wise. I'm not always super in tune with that. So Pastor Jordan's going to come in, and hopefully his wife, Kenzie, and then Kaylee Dickinson and her fiance, Caden, and they're going to just pour into the kids and love on them that night as well.
So events aside, let's talk about where we're going in 2024 teaching-wise, at least as we get started. Some of you might have walked through the Rooted experience as an adult in our church, and it's a way just of intentional discipleship in a group and talking about strongholds and prayer and building Christian community and other rhythms of discipleship and walking with Jesus. Rooted has since launched a student edition. So it's only 6 weeks long. We will be starting at a week from this Thursday. We'll be launching Rooted on the 25th, and we'll be going through that for 6 weeks at student ministry. So what does this mean for you as a parent? It means a couple things. First, if you could just pray for your student, pray for our mentors, pray for other students, pray for your student small groups as they walk through this. Just pray that the Spirit would be here and that the hearts of all of us would be open to God's leading and to Him challenging us to become more rooted or to grow in different areas of our faith. Secondly, you can make sure that your student is hopefully here for each week of Rooted. Part of the Rooted experience is based in showing up and being committed to be a part of the small group for that period of time. So encourage your student to be here on Thursday evenings. Also, not just on Thursdays are there things in this workbook for the students and the mentors to walk through, but there are 3 devotionals that your student will be asked to do in between Thursdays. They're just short little scripture passages with a couple of discussion or thought prompts and a space for them to write out a prayer or whatever their thoughts might be regarding that devotion. So maybe check in with your student during the week. Say, hey, have you done, any of your Rooted devotionals yet? Can I talk through one of those with you? Do you want to do it together? Can I pray over you? Can I pray with you? What did you learn about in your devotional tonight? So it'll also be a way for you to be able to walk alongside your student at home if they're willing to talk about that and share some of those things with you. financially how you can help. The Rooted workbooks are $15, and I feel so passionate about God's leading us in this direction that part of the student ministry budget is going to cover $5 of every student's book. So if you are able to cover $10 of your student's workbook, that would be great. You can send in or give me cash or check, and I'll make sure it gets on an envelope that says for our Rooted workbooks. Or if you need to pay with card, that's totally fine. You can go into our church app, student ministry tab, and if you go to March 14th, which is actually going to be our last week of Rooted, you will see a Rooted celebration there with tickets that are $10, also the price of the book. So you can purchase as many tickets as you need to cover the cost of the books for as many students as you might have in your home. If you're able to cover, an extra book cost for another student, for a family who might need a little help, that would be awesome. Add an extra ticket or send in an extra $10. That would be great. And if the $10 for the book is just not in the budget for your family right now, that's okay. We want your student to come. We will give them a book. We want them to be able to walk through Rooted with us. So please don't hesitate to still have them come. We want them here. We want them to walk through this experience with the rest of us. And I think it's going to be a really cool and impactful time. If you have any questions about Rooted or Tech Night or Discover, let me know. If you have a student going to Discover, look for an email from me this week that will have our departure, return times, packing list, all the other details and that sort of thing, because that's going to be here before we know it. Reach out to me with whatever you need. Know that I'm praying for you. I care about you. I care about the students a ton. And I'm just really excited to see where 2024 takes us. I'll talk to you all soon.